She's online, and Pearl Davis says that, ladies, there's always going to be other ladies that are trying to steal your man from you, and it is clearly just a numbers game, okay? Crediting real Jason Whitlock on IG with this one also. But she says, look, only 20%, the women are only attracted to 20% of men, and that is leaving all these guys that are going to be hit on by women time and time again.
I can't switch the fact that we are only attracted to 20% of men, okay? I can't change that. I can't change the fact that half of women, by 2030, this is 6 years away, half of women are going to be single and childless. This was a study done by bankers, not people that have a political agenda. So if you're married, women are going to be fighting for whoever you got. They're going to be, and the women already do that. Women want to be, I always say that if we banned side chicks, if we made it illegal or something, the first people that would complain are women. There are women that go to NBA games trying to get men to cheat on their wives. This is, if you have a guy that other women like, that's just what it's going to be. And, I didn't make that world. This was the fault of our grandmothers and great-grandmothers. I didn't do it.
Don't bring my granny into this. My granny was a nice lady. So she was a good, faithful lady.
I feel like this sucks for men and women, because if you got yourself a good one, all the women are going to be, trying to snag him.
Well, if he's a good one, he will make sure that he's not messing around.
Well, no, facts. But to the other 80% of men out there, dude, that is harsh.
Why you look at me like you think I'm in the 80?
Yeah.
No.
Look at this way.
You want me to answer
that way.
I'm saying that number is like, I would love to actually, she just throws that number out there. I would like to understand the science and the mathematics behind it and how it got to 20%.
It's Instagram, Kristen. You're not going to get signed.
Well, here's what I'm saying is, just because somebody says it doesn't mean it's true. But let's say for funsies, it is true. And that means 80% of men, 80% of men, women will not find you attractive.
This is why I got into radio.
I do wonder what the 20% is qualified of that makes the women go after only the 20.
Yes.
So let's say it's the guy that you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
All right. The guy that's tall, the guy that makes a certain amount of money, the guy that's also sensitive. Good luck finding one that likes cats. But if you find him, there are going to be other women that are going to be like, I don't care if he's in a relationship. I'm attracted to that dude.
That's good. I think... as toxic as it is, I want my man to be that attractive that other women think that way when he's around. Do I want him to step out on the relationship? Absolutely not. But I actually think 20% is very generous. There's actually...
Wow.
Hang on. Now I'm bringing statistics with me. I think when she said 20%, I was like...
Okay. Let's make it more depressing for guys. Let's go.
So there's this website, and I've tried to take the quiz a couple of times, but it's very hard to find the link. But a lot of my friends and mutuals on social media have posted about this website where they put in their dating preferences, and it tells you what your odds are finding a man with all those qualifications. And a lot of the women I know didn't put some crazy thing down there like, he's got to make $1 million a year or whatever, even six figures. A lot of the women I saw posted were just like, he needs to have a job, at least 5'8", and lives in the United States. And the statistics were so depressing. It was like 0.001% chance of finding a man with those qualifications.
Those are young people statistics also. So you start off with that list when you're young and your age, 27 or whatever, right? Then as you get older, you just start taking things off of that list.
Yeah, so
before you know it, you got 5'4".
I just want him to have all his teeth.
A pulse, a job.
The list looks a lot different in your mid-40s than it does your mid-20s.
All right, so I wanted to do some digging into these numbers, right? And so just with a quick Google search, I came across the goodmenproject.com. And the article says women say 80% of men are below average. And it goes, a study by the dating app OkCupid found that women find 80% of men unattractive or below average.
In what area, though?
So why, and it goes on to say, why are so many men considered unattractive? And the person who wrote this article, Ariana Elise, says, I'll admit it, out of all the men I've encountered in my life, I've probably considered dating fewer than 20% of them. This isn't to say that most men didn't meet my standards. They just didn't share enough in common with me that it would make sense to consider pursuing romantic relationships. I believe they would say the same for me. It's not a dig against men as people, but rather a misalignment of values and interests.
I think it's a little bit more than that too. I got to be honest, and this is just coming from me testing the temperature with like my group of very normal, I think attractive, but not like outlandishly attractive women. Like we are the average woman out there looking for a man. And I feel like the general consensus is that a lot of men just really don't try to be attractive. Like anytime we go out to a bar, we're kind of like, you got your knees or you got your shorts past your knees. You've got a unbuttoned shirt. It just doesn't really look like men are trying in the way that women are. Every time we go out, we're always like looking for the right outfit. We're going to the gym every day. Like women put so much effort into just trying to be the average at this point.
I've seen a lot of women that are just giving it.
And I think there needs to be like a service out there for men to get the help that they need because there's actually this trend going around on TikTok. It's called like it'll be like insert race here, but it'll be like the Latin wife effect or the black wife effect, and it shows the before and after of these guys before they get into relationships.
The glow-ups are real.
These women are it goes to show that there's a lot of attractive guys out there. They just are not putting in the effort to be
or don't know how.
Don't know how.
A lot of guys don't know how.
But there's no manual that women get, but we just figure it out. So why aren't men just figuring it out?
Well, as I go on to read this article a little further, Abby, you need to find average. You need to find you an average man. Because she goes, the women I know who are in happy relationships are with perfectly average guys. They met their boyfriends in college or early on in their career, decided to be in a relationship. They're average looking, have average careers, and have average lifestyles. But these couples are genuinely happy. They treat each other with respect and seem to support and love each other throughout life's up and downs. And I'm sure to those women, their outwardly average boyfriends are the greatest men in the world.
Let's also not discount the below average guys.
The Bert Show.